Hi guys, this is the second video of AP Calculus on the topic of area between two curves. Okay, this is a third example question. As you can see, I didn't touch my calculator on the right hand side. So this one again, sketch something, and then again we have two different functions. So we're gonna go to the function right here. We're gonna go to the calculator and sketch this. This is a little bit, it's not that bad, but it's a little bit more complicated. So that's also make sure we have this. Okay, go to y, and then we're gonna clear everything, and then we're gonna go ahead and type in x squared x. You can use this button to type in square, or you can do x higher 2. Okay, either way works. They both work, and then push enter. Now we have this one. Go ahead and clear this one. It's 3 sine x. So as you can see, sine is a dedicated button right here. And if you want to put a variable inside, put x, close the parenthesis, and push it enter again. So that's how we graph these two functions. Okay, so now this is how we have. What we're going to do now is we're going to change our window because we're going to match this graph right here. So lower limit -4, upper limit is 4. Minimum y value -4, positive 4 for maximum y value, and everything. Oh, sorry, changed it wrong. Right here. Here you go, and now it's nice and pretty. And now I'll go ahead and graph. So you can see we have a parabola, and we also have a sine graph right here. Okay, so as you can see, because the sine is a periodical function, periodical is different. We're gonna go ahead and sketch this, match the one right on the right hand side. So I have this beautiful parabola right here. Oh, what am I doing? Beautiful parabola going up, and we also have a sine graph. So I'm very bad at drawing sine graph, so just bear with me. Oh, and then right here, just gonna go like that. Okay, okay. So as you can see, this area is the area that we want. Okay, good. Okay, so now again, because we have that area, we also need to find out our A value and our B. How lovely is that? Okay, so now let's look at it. As you can see, the sine graph would be on top. So this one is on top, and our f of x is actually on the bottom this time during this area. So, well, now I'm going to teach you a function that use calculator can find. Well, in order to find a and b, you need to set them equal to each other. You could do that by using your hand, which is fine. But when you have a calculator, use a calculator. It's a lot easier. So we have this calculate button. It's in blue, so we're gonna second blue, and then we're gonna go for the intersect. So these will find the two intersect was. So I'm gonna quotient put 5. We have two curves. It's telling you what's the first curve. Well, since you have two curves, you can go and push enter. Second curve, okay, make sure it's the other one. Push enter, and it's gonna ask you to guess where the intersect is. Well, if you can move, see there's a dot that's moving right here as I push. Well, I'm gonna move my arrow so it gets pretty close, and I'm gonna push enter. And then quickly, my calculator is going to find the answer, -0.306755. So because we're using calculator, whoever's grading you will not know you're using a calculator. We have to write down these values. So -0.3067554554. Okay, go ahead and write down the b value since we haven't. Well, we're going to calculate right now. So again, we're going to calculate the B intersection. Second, calculate 5. First curve, second curve, and then this time it's about right here. Let's say this is about 2. So let me go ahead and push 2. This is another way. So when they say guess, you can actually enter a number in there. What happen is the calculator is going to find the value that's around there. So push enter. You will find out the B value. It's 1.9468777. So I'm going to go ahead and write that down. 1.9468777. Okay, now I have these two value written, so that would be my A and my B value right here, A and my B value. Okay, so we're going to use that. So as you can see, earlier I said the red one is on top and red one is the g of x and the black one is on the bottom. So the black one f of x, it's going to be on bottom. So this is how we're going to write it. We're writing out g of x minus f of x with the a and b. So integration, let's zoom all the way in here. A and B, A and B. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to do g minus f of x. So g is 3 sine x minus f of x. It's x squared minus 1. X squared minus 1. X squared minus 1. Parenthesis everything. Okay. Now, I'm going to teach you how to use calculator to solve this kind of problem. So I'm going to go ahead and quit. Okay, so this calculator actually does integration for you. By clicking the math button, you will see, well, not a lot of stuff, a lot of different functions, but we're going to scroll down all the way to number 9. Oh, sorry. Number 9 right here, it says function integration. So number 9, I'm going to click enter. And after we've done that, it's going to tell us to put in the first function. Well, our first function, according to earlier, it's going to be g of x. And in g of x, it's actually, let's take a look. G of x is our second function. So let me go back. G of x is our second function. We're going to put it in the second function. But this is calculator. It already memorized all that stuff. We just need to recall and draw it back. So click this vars. Okay, and then we're gonna push right, and because it's y vars, and then we're gonna click the function button, well, which is 1, and because it's g of x 2 minus, this time minus f of x, the same function, vars to the right, function, first function. Okay, and we're gonna click comma. Now we need to tell them what are we integrating. Well, we're integrating in respect to x, so x, and now we need to put our lower limit and upper limit. Our lower limit is all this crazy number. So let's go ahead and type that in. Negative 0.30675554. And we're going to put another comma. This is the upper limit that we'll be using. 1.946877. And we're going to close the parenthesis and we're going to calculate. And the answer is going to be 3.746030534. So I'm just gonna round a little bit because it's a crazy number. So 3.74603. Let's say that. Okay, so that will be your answer. Okay, later on in the next question, I'm going to teach you how to, instead of typing all this number, we can actually tell the calculator to recall those numbers from its memory. So that would be the answer for that. It's really easy as long as you can determine what's the intersection and what is the point, what's the graph on top and what's the graph on the bottom. Okay, so now let's get to the second question. Well, obviously, if you're going to use a calculator, we're going to use something that's, more fun. So by using this one, so what we're going to do is we have y of x, clear this, go ahead and clear this. So now let's type in these two so we can find out what they are. Okay, so 3x, I like this button, square, divide by, because we're dividing so many things, we need to put it in parentheses. X square plus 2x plus 5, close parenthesis, push enter. Second one, ln is right here, dedicated button, x plus 5, close parenthesis. Okay, now we need to fix our window. Negative 6, enter positive 6, still 1, negative 2 on the bottom part, minimum, y minimum, and then y maximum is going to be 6 this time. And go ahead and graph, and you can see this beautiful graph right here, very interesting shape, and the second one as well. Okay, again, you can see on the right hand side our graph. Let me put this one as black and then this one as red. Well, our graph actually doesn't have intersection. So as you can see, again, earlier we said there's a third boundary. That's the third boundary. So let's go ahead and do this problem really quick. So I have this one coming to -5, something like that. And then the black one is right here, some kind of dip, and then go. Okay, so our boundary, the next boundary that we have, it's actually right here, when x equals 3. So we just need to find something that's in between right here. So again, 2 points right here. Well, this is not a point, this is just the b equals b. So we just need to find the a. Okay, in order to find the a, we again using the function. This time I'm going to do it a little bit faster. Calc minimum, enter. Guess it's around -1 because it's around right here. Enter. Our a is going to be -1 point something. So let's go ahead and write it down. A equals to -1.334322. And since we have the a, let's go ahead, jump out. And what we're going to do is we're going to tell the calculator to memorize this answer. So store, STO, and then we're going to give it a letter. Let's call it A since we use A. And now it's going to store that. Okay, now we already have B. B is 3. So we can just type that in. So now we're going to do the integration. As you can see, red one is on top, black one is on the bottom. So this is what we're going to do. Math, integration, which is 9. I click 9. Function red one, it's on top. So red one is the second one. So let's go back. Vars, click right, click function, and the second one. So go ahead and click enter. Minus the first one, vars again, go to the right, click function 1. Okay, now in respect to x again, so respect to x, and then the lower boundary this time is we have memorized the number. It's called a, so let's go ahead and put a. And then the upper boundary this time is 3, so let's go ahead and put 3. Close the parenthesis, push enter, and voila! Answer would be that. Okay, so now let's write this. I forgot to write down the actual integration. So a would be a, b would be 3, and then it will be g of x minus f of x. G of x would be right. Oh, sorry, there's no g of x. My apology. The red one, let's just go ahead and write down the ln of x plus 1. ln x plus 1, x plus 5. My apology. Minus all that beautiful thing. So 3x squared divided by x squared was a plus 2x plus 5. Everything dx. And the answer, once we put in calculator, would be 5.00962. Let's say 2. Okay, you can round, you don't have to round. Okay, again, that's how we find out area between two curves. So this is part 2 of AP Calculus on the topic of areas between two curves. And that's it. Well, I will see you in next video. Bye.